Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, Wards and Wardens. So it's been a while since the last episode, I think a little over 3 weeks as we are covering those other two series. Now that we wrap those up, we're going to be finishing up this series here before my vacation begins this weekend. So we're looking at probably 3 to 4 more episodes. So we left off here with this rebellion, this civil war here in France. So our grandson is going to be deposed and he'll lose all his titles. However, our son will only be inheriting the Kingdom of France because the primary heir here is not actually our son, his father, but his sister. Remember, siblings are always favored over their parents, and so his sister Helga, she'll be inheriting all his other titles. But she cannot inherit the Kingdom of France since females cannot inherit that particular kingdom title. So instead, his closest male relative is his father. That's our son, Gerhard III, and he's going to be inheriting just the Kingdom of France. Now, we have two different choices on how we can handle this. So first, we can just allow him to inherit it without giving him any further titles, and he will take the titles that he has out of Germany, so out of our empire here. All these titles he currently has will become part of the Kingdom of France, at least temporarily, until our own character dies, in which case, we'll all be re-added to the empire, and we'll also have all of France. So the one benefit of doing this is that we'll be allied to our son, and because he's not a vassal, he's just an ally since he'll no longer be underneath us, we can assist him in any wars that he has, including the rebellions. So if he's a vassal and he has rebellions from some of these powerful vassals that he will have, so he's got several that could cause problems. He's not really that big of an issue, but you got Toulouse here. He's got a lot of troops. Burgundy, these are all the vassals that are currently leading the war against his son. And so yeah, you got all these powerful vassals. Aquitaine, a few years, he'll be old enough to cause some problems. So I think a large-scale rebellion is inevitable, and when those happen, we'll be able to assist our son since we'll be his ally. And he can call us into any conflicts, including those against his rebels. Our other choice is to make him the king of Monthaud over here, grant him that title, and thus when he inherits France, which will happen here in probably mere seconds as soon as we press play, then he'll still remain under our empire, so we won't lose control of these territories, and he'll be our vassal, and all of France will be part of the empire immediately and won't likely be able to break free outside of a full-scale rebellion. And so that's the real advantage of doing it this way, is that we ensure that France, no matter what happens, will be part of our empire. The negative of doing this, of course, is that we won't be able to assist our son because he'll be a vassal with any rebellions that he has to deal with, even though he's our ally. He can't assist him with those rebellions, and so therefore he could get deposed again, in which case it would probably go back into the hands of his son here. Yeah, I think it would just be getting flip-flopped between the two of them since his daughters are not really an option here. I think that's the option we're going to go with. We all know that CK3 can be very unpredictable. You just don't know what could happen. And I really want to make sure that France does become part of our empire before we end this campaign. So I think it's worth the potential penalty of, our son losing this title to his own son, our grandson. I think it's worth it. So let's go ahead and grant him this kingdom title to make sure that all this territory will stay within our empire. And so I don't think we're going to give him the county there, even though technically that would be rightfully his, so we'll get a little penalty there, but I don't think it's that big of an issue. He should like us quite a bit. Yeah, we've already given him all this territory, and so we're not going to have any problems with his opinion, and we want to keep control of this for now. I know that giving this to him would be helpful, because he'll have more troops to fight any potential rebellions. I think the way we're going to deal with these rebellions, guys, and let's go and let him inherit that territory. All right, so that happened immediately, and so now France is all part of Germany. And so if we looked at his titles here, you'll see he still has all the territory over here, but he did not get the rest of those titles from his son, who lost all his titles, and instead his sister Helga has inherited all those. So she has these two duchies now, as well as all these counties, including the capital here. So she's got control of Paris. So that's going to be an issue in the future. We're definitely going to want to get control of that under our main line of our dynasty again. And that's something for us to deal with in the future. I think the way we're going to try and help our son keep his territory is to instead assassinate all these potential rebels. So like this princess here, which remember her family had formerly been the kings of France. and so it kind of explains why she's leading these rebellions. We're going to take her out. And this is going to result in her son taking over, who's just a 5-year-old boy, and therefore shouldn't be an issue for our son. And so let's go and assassinate her. Remember, this is a big part of the way our character has acted throughout his whole life. He takes out anybody who is potentially an issue. I mean, he has, I think, 16 kills at this point. Now, of course, not all of these were assassinations. Many of these are people we burned at the stake or executed. But yeah, it seems she's not liked. We've already got several agents that have joined us in that. But then another potential vassal that we might want to take out. I mean, this guy's still pretty young for now, so I'm thinking probably Toulouse is the largest threat at the moment. So yeah, we're going to take out this guy. And then his son, who's just 4, will inherit. This will ensure that the powerful vassals of France are just mere children. Now, not as good of a chance here to assassinate this character. Might need to spend a bit of money on that, so we'll take a look at it in a minute. First, let's just see what our notifications are here. We should probably put our son in a position now on our council, because he's going to be one of our most powerful vassals. Actually, he is our most powerful vassal. He's the only king, I think, that's currently underneath us. And so he probably would make a good spy master. Yeah, his intrigue is 15, learning is 21, but yeah, all his other stats are pretty low. So if we put him in the spy master position, all these are powerful vassals, so you'd have to replace one of them. I don't really want to irritate any of these guys. And our son's going to like us no matter what. And he's not going to get the bonus, for holding that position to his education, simply because he's doing the learning lifestyle. And so he's not going to get a bonus because of the spy master. He'd have to be going down the intrigue lifestyle. He still would get those nice bonuses. But yeah, I just don't want to cause any issues with these vassals right now. So we will not put him in any of our positions just yet. Let me see if there's any other notifications we need to know about. We know about the duchy situation. We're trying to get that fixed by building up that castle. So I do recall that. We want to give her to the church. Do we have the piety to do it? I know we've been saving it up. That's right, it's 350. I always forget how much that costs, but it's far too much. We don't have enough right now. Hopefully we'll be able to get that done before our character dies. We'll just have to wait and see. Now remember, there is this conflict over here with Normandy that we decided we were not going to assist in. He should be able to win it on his own. So this is regarding the inspiration, the Emperor's treasure. My devotion is used as an example by all, from mighty king to lowly beggar, and with that comes the disciples. Today Alaric is ushered in and introduced as representing a small Catholic brotherhood from Llerena. Well, because this is in Spain, it's probably pronounced like Llerena in Badajoz. O my peerless emperor, my friends and I hear of wondrous tinctures being made for you, and I wish to donate to your alchemist. It would deeply honor us, your majesty. We have saved for months. So we could say, it is I who am honored. I'll invest 75 gold into the inspiration. The county will get a plus 20 popular opinion boost, and the artifact will be a slightly higher quality. We can refuse, or we say, is that all? And we'll mock the gift. I guess we'll take the gift, right? Why do we not want to improve that? Now remember, our character, since it's been a while since we played, is callous, wrathful, and brave. I guess you could have went with that last option, being callous, and insulted them while still accepting the investment. So we're trying to get the Duke's bishop to relay some of his fears and plans to us. So we can try to do this option of diplomacy challenge, say it's good for the faith, only a 60% chance that we'll be successful, and if we are, we get a plus 5 to scheme power and a plus 15% to the success chance, but there's a 39% chance we might fail there. Could instead say, but according to God, this is a learning challenge with a slightly higher chance of success. Or we can instead go with this option here and just gain some piety. I think that's the smarter option. Not get the church involved in your assassination attempts. That's kind of foolish. I don't know that we'd make such a foolish decision here, though I suppose we are infirm. So who's actually running the empire right now? We're going to go with this option. Do need that piety pretty bad. And then what we're going to want to do, because these events keep popping up, we're going to see if we can buy some agents for this scheme, since it is such a low chance of success here. We could also have our spy master support this scheme, and that would help boost it. Well, I guess you could get the bishop involved with money if you wanted to. It'd be 65 gold. Let's just see if there's any other options here. 150 for the mayor. Jesus, that is expensive. You got 75 here. You're just not going to get as much. Yeah, I feel like he probably is the best option. And there's not a lot of choices. I guess we'll use money to get the bishop on our side rather than sweet words. So we'll do that, and we're probably going to need another one, so we'll do her as well. And we'll see where that gets us on the success chance. We're just currently just sitting at 48%. We got an event here, Incognito. So I think we might have seen this before. This is a soldier trying to convince his commander of a different strategy here. So we can step in and protect the soldier. This is a prowess challenge with a 95% chance that we'll unlock a lifestyle perk. We can instead make an example of them and gain dread, or sneak away and take credit for the soldier's idea. Well, I don't know that we would do this option. While we're brave, we're callous. I mean, we do want the best strategy, regardless of who provides it. Could make an example of them. We don't really need the dread, though. But this option's more fitting than this one, I think. So I think it's really these two might make the most sense. And we do want to get more perks here. I think we're going to go with this one. I think it's just a little bit more fitting for our character, since he has been an intrigue-focused character for most of his life. Just now moving down the martial branch. So I don't want to pay to get that strong hook, so we'll just get the opinion boost. And let's just go ahead and move him over to supporting our schemes. I think that'd be a little bit more useful right now, because we're not really finding many secrets over there. All we get is that event to pay for the hook. So we're currently sitting at 60. And with the 2 agents, we're now at 95. Okay, excellent. So we should be able to assassinate both of those characters. And remember, we're also swaying 2 of our vassals right now who dislike us. I think they might both be on the council. And so let's just see which option would be best for this particular duke. I think we should go with diplomatic matters, since that's his highest skill, and that's also where his education's in. So we'll go with that, see how he feels, see if we can get that opinion boost. Yeah, looks like we got a +10 opinion there. Excellent. Not sure where we're sitting at with these two. Still pretty low. Yeah, neither one of them really like us. And we did get this inspiration finished up. So this is a masterwork pedestal item, which gives you a health boost, increased prestige, and monthly learning lifestyle experience. Okay. So we'll take a look if we want to put that in place. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't, since we got an open slot here. And health boosts are always nice to have. Though honestly, I'm kind of ready for us to start playing as the next character here. I'd like to do that before the campaign ends. Though I would like to see Gerard get to the living legend if we can. That would be nice before we die here. We're just kind of raising up some money here. And we might do another war. And the scheme was unfortunately discovered. Damn. Alright, that's a real shame. Now, there's still a chance that we might be successful there. I find my grandson Milo sitting on the floor, surrounded by spilled paint and pieces of canvas for the 3rd time this month. My courtiers whisper about him being an artistic genius in the making, but the servants complain about scrubbing the floors free of paint in the wake of his inspirations. So we could tell him to stop, or say his genius will be nurtured. I think we'd nurture the genius. We don't care about the servants complaining. They can clean, that's their job, right? And we got that graceful aging. All right, excellent. So that's that nice bonus that we're now getting. And so our stewardship has increased. So some of this might actually help make up for the infirm penalty that we're currently getting here. So that'll be nice. We were able to sway the Duke. So he's now at -61. He still very much dislikes us. And, oh, that's interesting. The King of Bohemia is now speaking High German, has changed the court language. Alright, so if we just wanted to take a look at that, the different court languages, I believe you can see that through here when we click on the languages. And you see that High German is, pretty much just spoken in our empire, and now Bohemia. This is another lifestyle event. For all the authority I supposedly wield as emperor, I cannot be everywhere in my realm at once. There will always be those who forget to obey my orders once my attention is turned elsewhere. This is where my vassal Duke Rudolph could come in, who has been faithfully enforcing my decrees within his own domain. Could he serve as my right-hand man and take a more active role in administrating my realm? So we can say yes, he will serve me well. And we'll get the has right hand, increasing control growth. We'll also increase opinion with him, and we'll spend more time with the Duke. Instead, we could say this Marshal can handle the problem. So this is Marshal Ivo of Lower Lorraine. Let me just take a look at this guy, because I'm not entirely sure who he is. Okay, so he rules in this duchy. Who was his father? Okay, yeah, he looks a little bit more familiar here. I remember him. And then this is the Duke of Swabia. He's the Lecher. He's much more powerful Duke. It would probably make more sense to make Rudolph your right-hand man. Or you can instead say I can handle everything myself. I work harder, will gain prestige, but also gain some stress. I think at our age and as an infirmed, older man here, it makes sense to take one of these two options. If you just look at like who's more capable, he's wrathful, patient, and lustful with pretty good intrigue and decent learning. While Duke Ivo is greedy, impatient, and just. Very good marshal, pretty good stewardship as well. I really feel like he's the more capable of the two of them. And maybe you don't want to give somebody who's so powerful more power. Yeah, I think we're going to do this character here. We won't spend more time with him though. Oh, he's not your right-hand man. Okay, so that's the only option. I didn't see that. Okay, so I guess we'll go with this option then. Since that gives us some benefits to the control growth. Which we do have one location where we're increasing control, but I'm not actually using our marshal to do that. And that's here because we will be giving this back out. And it's sitting at 47 currently. It was at like 30. So it's going up on its own pretty fast. And this scheme was discovered as well. Damn it. Really? Both of the schemes were discovered? Yeah, that's a real shame. Alright, so we're going to have to try and bring more people in because I want to kill these characters. So let's just throw money at people because we got a lot of it. And so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to throw money at the problem. Because again, this is really the only way to deal with. We'll see how that looks. Alright, back up to 95% chance there. But yeah, we can't really assist him by any other way. Our son. Now, I don't know if there's going to be anything we can do here. Because she's a lot of money and doesn't increase it by much. We'll go ahead and do that. I mean, it gets it, I suppose, to a reasonable amount. It's still worth trying to do. So yeah, we threw a lot of money out there, but still have a lot. Money's not really an issue for us anymore. So we did get the Serve the Crown already, so with the next perk, we can either go down this route here. I really like that Army Gold Maintenance. That's nice to have. Or you can go down this route here. I think we're going to do this one. So we'll get a Man's Home, Controlled Territory Defender Advantage +5. Now we don't typically have to fight defensive wars, so I don't know how helpful that'll be. So are we ready to do another conflict? Alright, so this courtier has returned home. I don't even know who he is or what he was doing. Our spouse is acting on our behalf though. And so we can say, my Empress and I stand ready in defense of the realm, gain some prestige, or say, make sure that people grovel appropriately, my dear, which seems like what we would do. Yeah, that makes sense with our character. So let me just see if we can do this war against Poland. We want to see if we still have the truce with them. We have so much stuff here, we might not be able to see it. Yeah, we still do have the truce until 1138, so it's going to be a little less than 3 years before we can declare war on them. And I think that should be the next conflict. Could do Bohemia. He would not accept becoming a vassal even if he was not currently at war. So here's our attempt to assassinate the princess. We'll see if that's successful. And it has been thwarted. Oh, it was her lover who stepped in the way. Yeah. So her lover was killed instead. And so now we can only say, I will never get her now. Should become watchful, or I need a new plan. And we start a new murder scheme, which means I think we'll lose all of our agents. Well, we still want to kill her, but she's going to be watchful, so it's going to be much more difficult to do, and you got to hire a bunch of new agents, I think. Let me just take a look at this. Although I guess the scheme might not be... Oh, well, never mind. It's the same scheme. So that's both a negative and a positive because it's still revealed, but you still have all your agents, so you didn't waste your money on that. Looks like our daughter Agnes has come of age. So how did she do in her education? Very well. Elusive Shadow. She's also a comfort eater. We've already betrothed her, so don't have to worry about finding another marriage. Court Grandeur has decreased down to level 9, unfortunately, as that means we only have the one scheme now. She now knows that we're the one attempting to kill her, so she's going to hate us, and all her family is going to be very upset as well. Of course, this is a crime, but there's not really anybody who can do anything about that. Did get more dread, not that we needed it. Our dread is permanently at 100. So here's the attempt to assassinate him, but yeah, we failed against her. Everybody probably knows exactly why we were trying to do that. 61% chance. We'll see if this works out. This could fail as well. It did not. We killed him. Alright, excellent. We walled him up. Alright, so that's at least one successful assassination attempt. And we can take a look and see if there's any other vassals besides her who might be a problem for us. But yeah, she just absolutely hates us now, and that's going to probably be an issue in the future. The Duke of Aquitaine is still just 11. Duke of Toulouse is now 5. Got another Duke over here. Isn't really a huge problem. I'm not too worried about Normandy either. Although I suppose he could rebel. He's actually allied to our enemy here. In addition to us, he's not allied to our son. So it could potentially be an issue. I don't want to take him out though. Yeah, I don't think that's the best way to go. Because he doesn't have a son yet with our own daughter. And so we want to make sure he has a son. Oh, well, that's his sister, so that explains why he's allied with her. Alright, so that's interesting that they're related. And we never did find somebody else to take out. Let me just see if there's anybody we want to. You got this Duchess here who will be of age eventually. I think brother's probably a greater threat than she is, though, and he would inherit. Yeah, maybe nobody else in France that we actually want to take out at this point. And looks like we can increase feudal taxes with the Duke here. This is the Duke of Holland. Let me just see what his taxes currently are. Alright, so they're sitting at normal, so we'll get those increased to high. Yeah, that'd be helpful. Let's right this wrong. A king for a bard. I am in a tent in an encampment bordering the most serene Republic of Venice, tasked with gauging the tensions between our realms. Suddenly a man enters the tent, demanding to see the new commander. Instinctively, I step forward. So you're the new commander. Very well, pick a challenge. The loser pays for the other camp's drinks tonight, says Enscario, commander of the foreign encampments, oblivious to the fact that I am Gerard and not a mere military leader. So you can point this out, say, you fool, I am Emperor Gerhard of Germany, in which case we'll lose opinion with him, but gain prestige and dread, and some martial lifestyle experience wins. Probably get the experience regardless of which option we select here. Instead we say, bring forth thou nastiest poem about each other's lieges. We don't even have a liege, it doesn't really make sense, and it's a learning challenge that we are doomed to fail. 89% chance we'll fail. Doesn't fit with our character either. We instead say, let's settle this with a friendly match and guard, and this is going to be a single combat. So could do that. We'd have to see who wins that. We're kind of an old man. I mean, I know that our prowess is pretty good. I don't know if we'd do that right now. Or say, why wait into the tavern? Let us compete by drinking ale. Might do that. It'd either be this option or this option, I think. 100% chance we'd succeed here. I don't think we're angry about this. Because he wasn't really rude or anything. I think we'd have a good fun with this, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, we'll do this option here. Gives us some nice bonuses there. And we did win in this war, even though, we didn't help out in it at all. And Duke Gottfried, the devil, has increased his prowess. Excellent. So improving our knights there. And we gain some prestige due to the chivalry of our soulmate. So this is the last trait for our grandson, the bastard Milo. And so he already has Diligent Marave, and currently just got Generous. I think we'll just let him keep that, I think. Yeah, we'll just let him keep generous. None of these would really help him towards becoming... Well, he's doing intrigue education. That won't actually hurt him. Just gives him diplomacy. Fickle would give you intrigue and diplomacy, but reduce stewardship. He's also arrogant. Yeah, we'll just let him keep the generous trait. And so that's the final trait for him, and I don't think we have any other children that we have as wards. Yep, he's the last one since our daughter came of age. And so let me just make sure, yeah, she was the youngest, and she is betrothed. So everybody's betrothed, and we just need that 350 piety to deal with the last of our daughters. Looks like the King of Bohemia just dealt with a rebellion. So all is fair. Many treaties have been written on honorable conduct in war, but these authors' lives weren't on the line when they put pen to paper. Should I want to maximize my chances of winning battle, it might be worthwhile for me to consider employing some more unorthodox strategies. So we can trick our enemies into overextending. This is an intrigue challenge, probably the one we're going to want to go with here. 100 martial lifestyle experience points, and a nice little bonus here for 5 years. Enemy fatal casualties is up, defender advantage is up. Instead, you could do hit and run tactics. We wouldn't want to do that as a brave character, or I will not stoop to fighting dirty, but I don't think we'd do that. So yeah, we'll go with this option. 95% chance of success, and we were successful. All right, excellent. That should help us move through that perk tree a little bit faster. And we did finish with a construction over here in our capital. So this is that barony that we just constructed. We still have a building, I think, that we're working on. Yeah, we're trying to increase the size of the castle there. All right, so we need to give that out. I don't think we'll keep it since we're above our holding limit. And we'd probably want to give that out to a knight, particularly one that has an accolade. So maybe this character here. How old is he? He's 54. He already has children, both daughters. I'm wondering if there's any other accolades that we can create here. Remember, we've been trying to create a new one here for a while, but haven't had any good options. You got this mayor here, and we just see what he's got. I've been looking to get that one position. So far, nobody has been able to get it. And a lot of these guys are like super old as well. Yeah, there's just no good choices here. You could recruit this guy. Yeah, nothing really they want to do here. Might as well put that one position back in place. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how you get that, the one that we got from our dynasty legacy. I suppose we could just go ahead and try and put back the Iron Knight. Looks like nobody is currently eligible for that. I'd prefer to do that one or the one we got from our legacy. So yeah, we're just gonna leave that open, but we can still give this title out to a knight. You could do him. We'll just see if we have any other knights that might want to grant that to. I mean, all of our knights are really old or are already landed, it seems. Yeah. So might as well be him. He served us well over the many years. Well, yeah, let's go and grant him this one barony here. That'll boost his opinion of us. And his daughter will be the one to inherit. And she does have a son here. Alright, so again, this event we've seen many times here. We're just going to go with this option here. Get that piety that we very much need. And then we're going to go ahead and... It looks like Agnes got that diplomatic courtier trait. So we're going to finally get Berta into the church. Ask her to take the vows. Good God, that took a long time for us to earn up the piety to do that. It's so expensive. And we have a... Okay, just letting us know that we could get that at a higher level. I suppose you might as well spend the money. Yeah, I guess we could do that to go up to level 4 for this one. That would not be enough. Get up to level 4 here, that would be enough. So let's go ahead and do that. Spend a bit more money on this so that we can have that level 10. I think it's worth doing, and we're swimming in money at the moment. Unfortunately, she'll no longer be our High Almoner, though, so we were making use of her that entire time to try and get more piety. Could always put somebody else in that position. There's a lot of positions we could put somebody into. So if we just wanted to get a bit more Hyatt, we could put our brother in this position. He never gained a title. That's right. I was going to try and grant him that title. But yeah, wouldn't like not let me give it to him despite the fact that it's a temple. Yeah, I can't give it to him, which is unfortunate. Yeah, just waiting for that to get constructed there. And Duke here is paying homage to us. Excellent. Didn't bring any money with him though. And our spouse aids us in our martial studies. All right, so yeah, again, we're gonna move through that perk tree. So we can sway him by talking good about the Saxon people. Sure, why not? We'll spend some prestige doing that, but that's okay. And we got that martial perk. Excellent. So let's go ahead and get the enduring hardships, increasing fort level, and enemy occupations do not lower control. We got a diplomatic offer over here. Demand of an artifact by the Hungarian king, our brother-in-law. No, we're not going to give you anything. Yeah, I'm not going to be granting that to him, so we're going to decline that. And it looks like our son is facing that rebellion that we feared, and it is a very large rebellion. Very large conflict, and of course it was her that led it. Just as I anticipated, and there are a lot of people in it. Very surprising that these children in here, I thought they couldn't join factions. Yeah, everybody joined it. I was under the understanding that the children wouldn't be able to join the faction. So I'm not entirely sure how that happened. But yeah, if they enforce their demands, then he'll be deposed, and that'll give the throne back to his son. Wow. Alright, so that's going to be a weird situation. But what's important here is it's still underneath our empire. But yeah, obviously not the way we wanted that to go down. Alright, so yeah, we could have helped him out in it if we had done it the other way. But then we would have had to fight these wars. And you never know that you'll actually be able to win that war. You can't demand surrender in the vassal war. I wonder if we can force her. She probably wouldn't do it anyways. It doesn't look like it's an option. We can just straight up imprison her as an act of tyranny. It's 26% chance that we would fail though. And then she'd rise up in rebellion with any other disgruntled vassals of ours. You'd think most people would be afraid of us and wouldn't do so. I'm just wondering if there's anything else we could do to deal with her. Like abduct her maybe? Not a high chance of success there. And we can't murder her. I guess it's better than nothing. I think that's the only chance we'll have. So we can try doing that. She does have that bonus here until the 6th of October. And so this will actually get better. The chances here very soon. And Watchful is only until 11:37. So she'll lose that as well. So I think we're going to do that and try and abduct her. I'm not sure exactly what we'd do once we got control of her. You just take some titles, I suppose. She hasn't committed any crimes, though, so... Well, actually, she has. Known criminal. We already imprisoned her, but we did not, or whoever has already imprisoned her. I don't think we did that. Must have been the King of France. But she has not had any titles revoked, so we could do that. And it wouldn't be tyrannical. And so that's what we'll do. If we get control of her, obviously not a good chance of success here, but maybe we can get that increased. So what we'd want to do is try and invite some characters, spending that money. We got a ton of it. In fact, we should probably spend some of that. And say we're going to just bring in a couple characters here for now. We'll bring in those two to get the chance up. Remember, she's going to be losing those 2 bonuses that she has soon. And so we'll do that. Let's see how much money that costs us in total. Let's go and restore that accolade, see if we can't get that knight here. Yeah, I wanted to try doing that and see if that's successful. Look like we did get somebody here. He's okay. But what's important is that he should be able to do this position for us. So go ahead and appoint him. And then let me just see if there's anybody new here. No, there's not. Alright, so that did lose all its ranks, the Iron Knight position. I suppose we can take a look and see if there's anybody who can be the successors for this. Yeah, you can recruit this guy to court. Yeah, sure, why not? He's 44, but we just don't have great options when it comes to knights. So we'll do that. And then for this other position here, we can seek a worthy successor. Try and fill out those positions. All right, so I don't know if I need to appoint him now. Oh, he doesn't serve as a knight. He doesn't have high enough prowess, apparently. Okay, so he's not an option then. And we did get that one innovation discovered. That doesn't give a significant bonus here, but we'll go and take a look at that. This is in the previous period here. It's just the increased naval speed. So it doesn't help us that much. But yeah, we can try and get her captured. We're at 61%. And remember, she already lost one of the bonuses. She loses the next one in May, so before this will kick up here. And we did get Court Grandeur back up to level 10. So we go and sway another character now. And who are we currently working on over here? All right, so Ordolf. Ordolf is one we're currently improving opinion with. I think we wanted to do this Evo character. So we're going to sway him. Now, I'm seeing that Duke Drogo is no longer a powerful vassal. I think he's been replaced by a duke in Italy. Yeah, Duke Simon of Lombardy here, our nephew. Remember, he inherited all those titles there after his mother passed away. And so that's our brother's son. All right, so we'll definitely want to give him a position. He's another good spy master. All right, interesting, because we want to make our son a spy master too. And neither one of these characters would be really good as a steward, and then you gotta piss him off to fire him. So no matter what, you're pissing somebody off who's powerful. All right, so not really any good options there, unfortunately. But yeah, he'll likely lose this war fairly quickly. He doesn't have much of a chance of winning that unless he like captures the leader. That's his only chance of being successful, which he can only do that if he seizes control of her capital, because she can't lead her own troops. Gone fishing. My soulmate Adelheid stops me in the corner, grinning from ear to ear. In her hands are 2 fishing poles. Come fishing with me today, dear soulmate. I promise you will love it, she exclaims. It's been a while since I took a break and escaped the hustle and bustle of the castle. So we can say Emperor does not fish, or I will catch the fabled white carp. And yeah, we'll go with that option. We'll hang out with our wife. And it looks like we had a great trip. We get along fantastically with our spouse. All right, so it looks like a lot of things just popped up over here. Some of these are just these court traits. We did get another agent in our scheme. And so now we're at 82% here. And also she lost that watchful bonus, so that helped us as well. So might want to get one more agent then. Yeah, we're just swimming in money. Let's go and bribe this character. It's 150, kind of expensive, but what does that mean to us? Oh, that's unfortunate. Our grandson was captured, so therefore he's gonna lose a lot of war score there. Yeah, he's gonna be losing this way before we're gonna be able to get her captured, I think, in 3 months. Yeah, he's got maybe, I don't know, maybe he's got a couple months left in him. We'll just have to see. We did get the keep constructed here. All right, accents, that's what we've been working on for quite some time. That'll allow us to build these up to the next level. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna want to, well, we probably want to get this new building slot filled out first. It's always better to get a new building over getting an upgrade for a building. And we had already decided that we were going to get those stables since we have the armored horsemen here. So that gives them some nice bonuses. That's what we'll work on. Take 23 months to get that constructed. And I suppose we just should spend the rest of our money. So let's work on maybe this location here. This is the capital of Bavaria, the duchy capital of Wards. And we can go ahead and improve the barracks here. So go ahead and do that. And then maybe work on these locations next. If there is anything we can get to. You have to get the new castle here. So go ahead and do that. That's kind of expensive. And then over here, we currently have the archers station there. I don't know if there's anything else that will boost them up. You know, let's just get the cattle pastures here. Another agent joined that scheme. I think that's the one we just paid for here. So now we're still sitting at 85% chance here. So it hasn't got any higher. That's right. That might be the highest you can get that scheme. Lots of agents joining this scheme. Yeah, nobody likes her. But again, it's not gonna help much, honestly. You'd have to take like all of her titles. Even then, there'd still be the rebellion. So no matter what, it's gonna happen. All right, so we're gonna attempt to abduct her. Soon she will be at my mercy. And we did capture her. All right, excellent. But again, it doesn't help our son out because he doesn't have her captured. And it's a bummer that you can't like transfer a prisoner, as if we gave her over to him, then he would win the war. What's interesting is that she is actually a rival to our son, so that kind of explains why she acted against him so quickly. Not sure what caused that rivalry. I guess you could take a peek here and see what it was. Oh, just that she covets his claims. I guess that makes sense. She does have that claim to the Kingdom of France, but of course that's not what this war is over, luckily. It's just the war for the tyranny. But yeah, she's just disrupting the kingdom, causing all kinds of problems here. And so again, we're going to be taking a title here, but we'll only be able to take the one. And unfortunately, she's not our direct vassal, so we can't revoke any titles. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, she's not directly under us. So there's really nothing we can do here then, in this particular case. You can only execute her. And then you gain 22 tyranny for doing so, and piss off everybody, though, of course. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Everybody already hates us there. You can't have her renounce her claims, but that's not going to be on the Kingdom of France. That doesn't help you either. I think we're just going to execute her and take the tyranny. Yeah, it doesn't help out much, but whatever. We don't like her, so. And we're upset that our attempts to assassinate her. Oh, well, he's not in the conflict. Well, that's interesting. Maybe we did just assist him. We did. That was all that was necessary. I didn't even know that that would work. I thought his or her son would inherit the rebellion, but that was not the case. He just won it. I guess because she was the leader. I suppose that's all that needed to happen. I thought somebody else would become the leader. All right, so that ended up working out pretty well. He still does have his son in the Duke of Toulouse's jail, unfortunately. But yeah, that actually worked out, surprisingly. Just kind of fumbled my way into that. No, I knew all along. I knew all along that that's how we would do that. All right, so I think it was worth the 22 tyranny, pissing off many of our vassals. Unfortunately, we do have to end today's episode here. Now, we could ransom our grandson. It might be worth doing. Yeah, so our son doesn't have to do it. Yeah, let's go ahead and pay the ransom. Yeah, I think that's one way we can help him as well. He's probably going to have to deal with another rebellion, guys. I don't think that's going to be the end of it. I'm really surprised that these boys were able to join. We could try and assassinate the Duke of Aquitaine next. But yeah, I was thinking they wouldn't be able to join the factions. I feel pretty confident, in fact, that they can't join factions. I'm not entirely sure why that's not the case. Yeah, it is not possible to start or join factions while being underage. Huh. Now, maybe what happened is our son tried to imprison her since she was a rival, and then the rebellion that rose up was in response to that, like a tyrannical rebellion rather than just a tyrannical faction. Maybe that's what happened. That would explain it. Yeah, that's probably what happened, guys. So it's our son's mismanagement attempting to arrest somebody and failing. Yeah, maybe that's the case. If you know any other way that could have happened, I'd love to know. That's the only thing I can think. Yeah, I think he's the one we should take out next. So we're going to attempt to assassinate him. 95% chance of success. Well, that's the way we're going to help our son out, by just assassinating all his powerful nobles. So they'll all be children ruling. So he'll rule a realm of children. But I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next one. And thanks for watching.